You can't. You got people in your neighborhood. You got people where you live who need God, and you know they need God. And we haven't been that beacon of light as we should be. Look, when I go home, I sit in my throne. Right in the living room. And I kick back, and I throw my feet up on my footstool. I'm not a long way from my footstool. I'm right there. How far do you really think God's throne is from this earth? How far do you think that He lives 1,000,000 miles from here, and then His footstool's 1,000,000? You think He's got legs that are 1,000,000 miles long? You think He's a God like a man? You think that He's going to come riding a white horse to earth? You think He needs a white horse? No. Well, if you take everything literal, that's what He's going to come do. He's going to ride this white horse coming out of heaven, and the world's going to be given to hell, and people are going to be killing each other, and I don't know what you're going to be doing as a church of God. You're probably hiding somewhere. You listen to people, all they do is want the world to come to you. I want Jesus to come. I want Jesus to come in this thing. Why? Why is your life so miserable as a Christian that you want God to come blow this thing up? It's hard, Brother Buck. Oh, yeah? Do you really think it is? Well, I'm going to tell you right out. The Bible says, my yoke is easy. And my burden is light. And He said that the way of the transgressor is hard. When I transgress God, and I don't do the will of God, and I do my own thing, and my own gig, you darn right, the world gets hard. But when I have a vision of who God is, and I have faith in my heart of who God is, I'm walking a path in this life that I know that my God will keep me, and He will take me through. And if you believe God, He will keep you, and He will take you through.
Yes, He will.
But He must be the Most High. Kid yourself, in the last couple of years, some of you have been afraid that your world was coming to an end, and your kingdom was coming to an end, and your jobs were failing, and everything else. Some of you have been there. Some of you had it happen to you. Somehow, the Most High, the Most High has made a way. So I don't know how He does it. I mean, I don't know how He gets in the middle of stuff and just takes over and makes a way where there doesn't seem to be one. I don't know how He rolls back the Red Sea. I don't know how He does it. I just walk through. I don't know how His presence is all around me. How He sends angels to encamp about me. How I haven't failed yet because of Him. And I just got a hunch, Brother Wiley, that He will take me to the end. I just got a hunch that as long as I'm here in this earth, my God will supply all of my need according to His riches and glory. I just think my God's going to make a way. I think He's got a bigger plan than what you're looking at. Listen, do not let your impatience steal your destiny. Because when we grow impatient, we go right back to the same one. When we don't see God manifest, we go back to what we know what to do. Peter and them, right after the crucifixion. Come on, Hannah. Right after the crucifixion, they didn't know what to do. They said, well, this kingdom he talked about didn't come. He's dead. These Romans are looking for us to kill us. The disciples looked at Peter and said, what are you going to do? He said, go fishing. And all the other disciples looked at him and they said, we go too. Because when we don't know where to go and what to do, we go right back to what we've always done. Trust in our strength, trust in our arm, trust in our abilities. We just keep on working till we get so exhausted. Can't take another step. And the heat hadn't helped us in this part of the country this year. They say it's like 100, but I swear it's like 120 out there. My air conditioner, my truck, it keeps wanting to give up the ghost and dying. I keep laying hands on it and trying to throw free on it and say, oh God, resurrect my air conditioner. We know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Or let it blow, let it blow, let it blow. I know that much of the world today believes that the church is dying and that it's seen its greatest hour. I do not believe the Church of God is dying. And I believe that it has not seen its best days yet. And I think the best days of your life are yet to come if you'll let it be there. I think the best days of your world are yet to come. You're in a whirlwind right now, some of you, and you're in a struggle in your life, but the best days of your life are yet to come. You're not going to go out like you feel right now. You're going to go out on top. You're not going to go out like you're dying. You're going to go out alive because the best days are yet to come. I believe that God's going to send a revival into this world. I don't believe it's going to have a preacher's name on it. I don't think my name will be on it. I don't think it's going to have an establishment of a church name upon it. I believe the only name that he's going to put upon it is his name. And it's a revival is going to blow where it wants to. And it's going to come from whatever direction it wants to. And there's not a house or a body that can hold it. Not one building is going to be able to hold it. I believe that God's going to sweep through our Asian countries and China and Vietnam and Thailand and places where God really never went before. But I believe he's going to go to those lands because I think they've had enough. Years ago, my mother and my dad founded the church that we're in today. They had no idea that God was going to bring a great revival. 20 years later, after founding this church in the early 1970s, God sent a revival to this place right here, and to the people that were in this house. When Jesse walked in this place 20 years ago, 20-something years ago, 30 years ago, 30 years ago. Yeah, that would be about 30 years ago. Hunched over, addicted to heroin, addicted. Sat in the back corner, didn't want to be seen. Don't even know why he came here. But he walked in here addicted to drugs. And that day, literally says, when you're addicted to heroin, you don't get off of it without pain. You don't get off of it. But I mean, I've dealt with people that were addicted to heroin, and the pain and the stomach and the mind won't quit. It just won't quit. Those of you who've never been addicted to anything, you have no idea what it's like in the mind of a person who's been addicted, the sickness that's in them, how it drives them day in and day out. got prayer. And he got love. He walked in, hunched over. But he walked out upright. Because of the Most High. Because of the Most High. I was 9 years old, 10 years old. I was playing football with some friends in the front yard. This kid tackled me and I hit one of those for sale signs. They used to be made of thin metal, and it went into my throat. And my mom and my dad came out. We lived about 3 blocks from the hospital. They stuck a bath towel up there, and it just, I almost flared. And I remember my mom saying, "Oh my God, he's going to die." And I looked up at my dad, and I said, "Daddy, am I going to die?" My dad looked at me and said, "No, son. You're not going to die, because before you were born, God told me He was going to give me a son, and He was going to preach the gospel, and you haven't preached the gospel yet." What we need is men of faith who have the faith to stand up. Listen, my family's been through it. My brother had a mushroom on top of his head of cancer. I mean, all of his hair fell out, and his head was up to here. One day he was so sick and his fever was up. He told my dad, he said, "Dad, can't you hear me?" My dad said, "What, Steve?" He said, "Can't you hear the angels? They're coming to get me." And the doctors had tried everything. Nothing worked. My dad jumped in the bed with me. He rebuked the power of death and that sickness off of his head. And his head healed. My brother's alive today. Maybe not living like he should, but the grace of God somehow reached down through a man of faith and touched our life over and over and over again. The Most High. In the early 60s, my dad was in a horrific car wreck. He was going to preach that night. As a matter of fact, I didn't know Brother Roger. Brother Roger's grandmother was in that car. Right? He had this wreck, and he ruptured his spleen, and he was in the hospital, and they were going to give him a shot. And he never had a shot in his life, never been to a hospital. And he was praying, and he was just praying in other tongues and speaking to God. And the guy said, "He should have this shot. He's going out of his mind. Listen to him." And he said, "No, I'm fine. I'm just praying. And so the guy said, "No, we're giving the shot." And his older brother, my dad's brothers were mean, big guys. And he looked at that doctor and said, "Don't give him a shot. Don't give him a shot." My dad walked out of the hospital. Little did he know he had a broken neck. And he preached that revival, ruptured spleen, and all these things in him. And